Well, everyone, I thought I'd give you an update on the post-apocalyptic diorama I'm working on. You may have seen the previous video where I've completed the, I guess, the scenery. Next is the figures, and this is the first one, which I've just completed. It's in the evolution range. I quite like the detail. So what I've done is deviated from the box art quite a lot and gone with my own sort of colour scheme. I wanted something a bit more sort of contrasty, a bit more interesting to sort of look at. But with this one, I've used the zenithal system. So blast it with black and then white from from above. I must admit, when I put the first coat of black on, I thought, am I going to be able to pick out the details? Because I couldn't see anything. But of course, as soon as you put the white on, all change, and you can actually pick out lots and lots of detail for the overpainting, which is very useful for looking at sort of shadows. Some of the detail was really hard to pick out. If I just spin this around, the backpack and the sort of knapsack, when we go back into focus, there we go. They were quite challenging, I thought. You can get the base colour on, but of course when you try to pick out folds, etc., that's quite difficult. So what I did, again, I put the base coat on, did some extra shadows where I could actually get a brush in, and then I used a dry brush technique. Really, that's worked fantastically well, I think, particularly on the knapsack and on the back of the rucksack itself. You really can get some fantastic subtle highlights if you use the dry brushing technique. So I'll be using that from now on, if I get a brush in, of course. I mean, the highlights on the arms, etc., I did those freehand, and some highlights on the back of the jacket, etc., I did those freehand, and of course on the trousers. But I think if you can get a dry brush in there, it can be a fantastic way of getting some really good detail. Luckily, I had a gloss black for the gas mask. So again, base coat with that, and then the highlights with a dry brush. And I wanted to get some really bright silver eyes sockets, so looked like there was a mirrored finish. So I think I ended up using a bit of MIG. I think it's aluminium from their sort of bare metal range, and I think that's worked out really well. So that's the first figure for the diorama. I think there's probably going to be 4 for this one. When I finish, I might do an extra one and see if it actually fits. See if it doesn't look too overloaded. Let me go back into focus. There we go. But there you go. That's the first figure. So on to the next one.